All right, gonna pull up the list.
7-10. All right,
7-10.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Abridged contest winners.
Okay.
Sorry for the week. Wait,
we gotta show the lists right now.
You see, I've only been dreaming, but I can make your dreams come true. 'Cause I love you, you know it's true. And I can make you happy if you love me too. I know a place where I am going, and the place where I am going's just around the bend. And you know there's a lot that I can show you, and if you wanna go there, I can get you in. Happy is the secret word, and if you're happy, it will get you through. And I love you, you know it's true, and I can make you happy if you love me too.
that was their individual lists, and you'll notice that they had a lot of varying things to them. There were some that showed up in everyone's list, and it's going to be those that, you know, at least pleased a lot of people that'll show up in the top.
So the way that we did this is the number 1 pick got 10 points for each person. Then the number 2 got 9 points, counting down all the way to 10, and then you got an honorable mention, which also got 1 point. So the number 10 and the honorable mentions both get 1 point, so they're ranked about the same.
Then we took those, and then we just tallied everything together, got everyone's list, and we came up with the cumulative list.
Which is this. Number 10!
This one is mostly due to Kaiser having it so high on his list. Was it even... I don't even know if it was entered. I don't really care.
What?
None piece.
None piece?
Yeah.
None piece.
I don't know. First one was pretty good.
None piece, number 1. I don't even think it was part of the contest.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Number 10, you get 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Purple Eyes, we will contact you regarding your placement. You get 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Number 9! Alright, so number 9 is Sergeant Frog number 6. Now, neither Kieran or I had it on our lists, but both Sam and Kaiser did. And they both thought that it was a pretty good episode. They're not here, and, you know, they didn't do anything for this contest other than waste all of our time. So, congratulations to
the Midnight Frogs
for Sergeant Frog 6. You get 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Number 8! And this one was, I mean, come on. We all love Weekly Tube Show. I don't know anybody in the Abridged community that goes, nah, Weekly Tube Show's okay.
What?
Weekly Tube Show, I was surprised when he entered, and I was pretty happy with this. But Double the North Star, I had it, I don't even know if I didn't have it on my list, because I didn't think it was okay, but I was expecting something better from him and Ina teaming up.
It was one of those things, though. I mean, being one of the people who rated it fairly high, I think that it did a really good job of portraying Fist of the North Star in an abridged fashion. Like, a lot of people have tried it, and it's come up pretty bad. I mean, I even have made one, and it wasn't that good. What he made was great.
That's true. It had a great joke. I mean, it was short, it was succinct, it was to the point, but I don't know. I think his other entry was just...
It's definitely you think it's okay, or you really didn't like it, which is one of the things that made it go into the number 8 position. You're going to receive, Weekly Tube Show, 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Number 7! This one mostly got its place because SamTheGreek had this as his number 1 spot. This was Welcome to the NHK 17-19. And I liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't have it on my list because I felt there were other things that were better, but I feel that the pace of it, it's really fast, it's sporadic, it's fun, so I understand why Sam liked it, and Sam tends to really like what Cardboard Lawyer does.
It was definitely something. I didn't have any feelings towards it positively or negatively, and so that's why it didn't show up on my list at all.
So, Cardboard Lawyer, you'll be receiving
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
number 6!
Number 6 is Green Arrow Abridged by Leaf 666.
It's Leak 777.
Leak 777.
Yeah.
952 Anyways, this was one of the better entries of somebody that I'd never actually seen before.
Me neither.
This one really came out of this just came out of nowhere, and it really was a good thing to see that we got somebody who blindsided us with something that we enjoyed.
I mean, the way I took my judging in, I know a lot of people just wanted to do like how a video was regardless of who made it. I give this guy bonus points because I never heard of him. He came out of nowhere. This is this one shot, really funny, amazing presentation. The editing was superb. And just the delivery of everybody. Everyone was well acted. It had great pace. It was really good.
I mean, it was one of those episodes that definitely had a couple of spots that they just kind of snagged on.
Yeah.
But I mean, for somebody who, we'd never heard of, it's really interesting to see how well this episode was, and they weren't somebody that everyone could recognize.
That's true. And I think just for that, like even coming from us two, and I mean, Greg hates everything, so I mean, that's something if he liked it.
Yep.
It's true. And I like everything, so my words don't matter. So, we're gonna get you, Leak 777. You get to choose
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Number
5.
This one is the fault of Greg and mine, because this is something near the tail end of the contest where there were a lot of subpar entries.
There were a lot of bad entries.
200 videos!
It's hard to, not everyone can strike gold, and a lot of people didn't strike anything.
I
think they struck sand out in the middle of the desert is what they got.
But this guy, the Polish 15, alright, came out of nowhere. First video, subscribe to the Abridged contest, and what, Shane Dawson, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bandito Bebop. First off, it's Cowboy Bebop. Everyone's like, you can't make that funny. This is funny.
It's interesting, and this is a love it or hate it kind of video.
Yeah.
This is not your average Abridged series. They took things like, they took the audio from some of the episodes, and they used it as part of the actual jokes. They centered jokes around the actual episode and at its core.
Instead of, they took, like how some series, like specifically I can come to mind, like Sailor Moon would take actual dub dialogue and put that in big letters at the bottom or something and say, this is actual dub dialogue. This guy worked it in with the script without making it like so apparent. They just say in the opening, half the dialogue is from the episode, half of it is from us. And they put a bunch of effort into it. Like, this is super esoteric, super highbrow. You really gotta love it or hate it for what it does.
And they were definitely fans of the show, and
yeah.
Every detail matters. It just goes to show that there are people who pay so much attention to everything that they just make something like this. It's really cool.
I mean, I even contacted these guys. I was like, hey, I think we got the feeling that from Bandito Bebop that you love Bebop, but you hate anime. And so you hate Abridged series in general. And he confirmed that for me. He was like, oh yeah, I love Bebop, but we saw a few other Cowboy Bebop parodies because they have a line in here that is directly from Inwardles, and he gets punched in the face for saying it. That is great. I thought that was superb. You guys had an amazing execution. It was something that, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. And you probably hate it, and you don't see why we liked it. But for that, you impressed 2 of the judges. That is half the vote. You get right in the middle. So
Number
5, you'll be receiving
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Number 4!
Number 4 comes from our good friend One Kids with Pokemon Bridged 7. God damn it. Having seen this entire Having seen his entire series, both of us had known what we were getting into.
Yeah.
We were expecting something very similar to episodes 4 and 5. But, we get into episode 7, and it's something completely different. It has a very distinct pace. It has some very, very classy jokes. Not classy in the sense of, like, I'm wearing a top hat, but classy in the sense that it isn't, screw the rules, I have money.
Yeah, I feel like the character, the thing I remember the most of it was the character of Sisti. That was worked in amazing. Was like
Yes.
like how normally I loved what he changed up, because this episode was all about taking what you expected and totally twisting it.
Yes.
And I feel that execution, along with the script, everybody's delivery, it was great. It was just overall one of the best episodes in this series.
I mean, and it's not even just a best episode for in this series. It really is one of the best videos we saw in this whole content.
Oh yeah,
it was definitely something that stood out in every way. It had good mixing. It had good audio. It had great characters. It had great jokes. It wasn't something for everybody. I mean, I understand that there are people who definitely still won't get behind this series, or there are people who just really like this series, and it didn't really blow us away, but it did do something that the rest of the shows didn't do, and that was actually make us laugh most of the time.
Yeah, I feel that One Kid's Accomplished, along with No Whacking and Jerry, also brought in something which a lot of things were lacking, were the script. A lot of people had a great presentation, but their script was just not good. Like they really when we said best video, that's 3 aspects. You got to have a great script. You got to, at least deliver the best you can, and the presentation needs to fit with it. And I feel that a lot of people were lacking the script element, but this pulled it off. And for that, you're getting the last pick of whatever 3, 2, and 1 don't pick from the graphic novels. Congratulations. We'll be sending that your way, getting in contact with you guys soon.
And you also receive
5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
and a magic card.